Верувам дека останавте сите без збор, но пред да продолжиме со прогласувањето на најинспиративните филмски приказни и наставни практики, ваши наставни практики, кои оваа година на наша особена чест и задоволство ќе ни ги презентира еден од најинспиративните професори, господин Кирил Барбареев од Универзитетот Гоце Делчев од Штип, заедно со Весела Богданович, која верувам сите добро ја познавате. Би сакала да ја поканам господјата Весна Белогаска од Ирисконект, од Обединетото кралство, за воведно обраќање, кратко воведно обраќање во врска со нејзината утрешна презентација, која се однесува на професионалниот развој на наставниците и премостување на јазот меѓу теоријата и практиката на тој процес. Повелите.
Благодарам. Чест ми е да ви се обратам, многу ме е мило што сум денес овде во мојот роден град. Покрај тоа што работам и живеам во Англија дека 27 години, па моето излагање ќе биде на англиски, се надевам дека ќе биде во ред. Во последните 10 години работам во областта на истражување и развој за подобрување на ефикасноста на обогатење на наставниците. И ќе ви предложам да слушнете што имаме постигнато до сега. Тешко е да го следам вашиот инспиративен говор, меѓутоа мислам дека има доста работи кои што ќе ги препознаете од нашето искуство со работа не само во Англија, него и подалеку во целиот свет. Children are our future, but the future of our children lies very much in the hands of the teachers. I think we can all remember a teacher who inspired us and is probably the reason why a lot of us are here today. We also know from research that out of all the school-based factors, the effectiveness of the teacher is the most important factor that influences the outcome of the students. And there are lots of influential studies like the ones from Sanders and Beavers that showed how big a difference there is in the achievement between students who are taught by high-performing compared to low-performing teachers. So, teachers are obviously a key factor in our society, and we need to support them to be able to conduct that multifunctional role that is ever evolving in our changing society. However, there is a challenge. And from what I've heard, I think you can all recognize that challenge. In terms of the fact that a lot of the experiences that are focused on professional development, both in initial teacher education and continuing development, are focused on the transmission of knowledge. So we're focused on the theory, seminars like today, presentations and lectures. And they're very important, they're very grounding to start with, but they're not enough. They're not sufficient because they do not always provide the opportunity for personalized and contextualized learning that research also has told us is necessary in order to actually implement that learning into practice. So what is required? This particular study was research, and it's a summary actually of more than 200 individual studies that were summarized by Joyce and Showers. Those studies were focused on the type of professional development and the impact into the actual classroom. So they found that that level of transmission of theory only results with 5% of implementation into practice. When there is a possibility to actually model and demonstrate what that looks in practice, that increases. When there is an opportunity to practice it ourselves and receive developmental feedback, that increases it even more. But the most effective part is when there is an opportunity for coaching in the context of the environment where the teacher is working and the collegial support. So why do we still spend most of the time on that level of just the transmission of knowledge? Probably one element is because those high impact activities require classroom observation and feedback. And that in itself has its own challenges. It's obviously very important, but it can be expensive to scale and to implement. It can be subjective because it's based on recollection. It can be disruptive of the actual dynamic of the classroom. And it can also be associated with performance management. But this is where technology can help. The right technology implemented in the right way. And in particular, video technology. The possibility to actually film what is happening in order to be able to jointly review it and have feedback session is one element. And the benefits of video and professional development have been demonstrated in many studies recently, such as the Harvard University Best Foot Forward, and a lot of educational specialists who are leaders, thought leaders in education, have also endorsed it. And some of them, like Professor Thomas Ken, has demonstrated that there are certain really higher order learning experiences that are not even feasible without video. However, traditional video has its own challenges in itself. Obviously, we're talking about possibility to obtain, invest in equipment, train the teachers to use it. And then there is the issue of creating the video files in order to review them and to share them. And that poses not just practical challenges, but in terms of security as well. But what if that was a seamless process? What if any teacher, with a click of a button, could film their practice both from the teacher perspective and the student's perspective? And what if that video file could automatically be uploaded into a platform where they could securely review and share it with colleagues and coaches? And what if that technology was available just by downloading an application on any mobile device that would take probably a couple of minutes for any teacher to set up in the classroom without needing anyone else to be there? That is what we have developed in Iris Connect. Iris Connect stems from research into how video in particular can be used to enhance teacher professional development. It was a project at the University of Sussex in south of England. And over the last 10 years, we have evolved into the global platform that supports the ecosystems of professional development in 25 countries, not yet Macedonia, but hopefully. And we work with more than 80,000 teachers in many different cultures, at different level of experience and different level of ICT literacy. So I'm just going to finish with just giving you 3 specific examples how we have used it and what impact it's making. Closer to home, we have worked with the British Council on the 21st Century Schools project, which is still going on in the Western Balkans. And you're probably familiar with that project. It's about training teachers to integrate 21st century skills into the teaching. And the pilot that we did was how our platform could help to embed and disseminate that learning more effectively amongst the college, because not all of the teachers are receiving that training. And also to use it for adapting the program through using of engagement metrics. In Finland, we work with Teacher Professional Development University, and part of their teaching involves lecturers visiting teachers who are teaching in schools as part of their practice to give them feedback, to observe their give them feedback. And since they started using our platform, each teacher, this is Silva, it's a colleague of mine, she managed to reduce her travel days by 30. At the same time as increasing the quality and the quantity of the coaching, because it's not just about reducing cost, but it's about being able to give that contextualized and personalized feedback. In South Africa, we worked with the Ministry of Education, the British Council, and Teach South Africa, where we enabled remote mentoring project between UK mathematics teachers and their less experienced colleagues in South Africa. They were young graduates, very talented in STEM projects, but not experienced as teachers. And the possibility to actually use all of those 4 elements that I mentioned that are necessary for implementation into practice allow them to really revolutionize the idea of how they can provide that, and it led to the ministry concluding that a platform like this could actually revolutionize teaching and learning in South Africa. And we're also very proud to be involved into Erasmus Plus projects. They are both focused on producing material resources that are open source to help with training the teachers to use ICT in terms of improving the pedagogy, not for technology sake. And the visual project also is focused on using video for professional development, but producing evidence-based pedagogical models for using that. So I invite you to get in touch if you're interested. We already have some very interesting material that has been disseminated. And if you're interested to see how the platform works, I invite you to come to the workshop that I'm going to hold tomorrow at 11:30.